Are you ready? Let's go. Good morning, everybody. Let me get this back where all of our big, beautiful faces.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I got a new camera.
We go again.
I got a new computer. It's even worse. So
That's usually how it works.
Just when you thought Rick couldn't look any worse, actually, I think it might be an improvement, Rick. It's taken away all those wrinkles and liver spots.
I don't have wrinkles. I don't have any. Can't see my beard.
Makes your mustache look fuller.
Well,
anyway,
how
are you doing, Matt?
Good. How about yourself?
It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
No, it's not. It's 7 o'clock.
7.
No, on regular time, it would be 6 in the morning for me.
But we're not on regular time anymore.
Yeah, your body's saying 6. Huh?
Oh yeah. Well, at 3 o'clock, a furry body this morning told us that we had to be awakened because there was thunder somewhere within the next 20 miles. So, at least I've been up mostly since then.
We had a hellstorm on Thursday at the office. Hadn't seen that crap out here in I don't even know. About the size of those little jawbreakers you used to get in those tiny boxes.
Boy.
Remember?
That damages cars and
tiny
stuff.
Jawbreakers.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, they weren't very big. But a ton of it came. It just we're right by Mount Baldy, the office.
Yeah.
So it gets weird over there. But anyways, how about the cars, Jim, we got right now, man?
Buzzing on one of your desks.
Probably me.
All those texts coming into your phone and
No, something. I think it's me. I might have to shut down and reboot to get rid of that.
There we go. There's Joey. But let's get to the Richard Petty, baby. What do you think of that one, Matt?
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
That's all the way.
Yeah. You know the crazy thing? I did find one great shot of that car. And Peterson Museum had it, but Hearst owns it now. She just emailed me yesterday that she finally got an answer from him. I have to answer back. Too little, too late. But it's a great new source I got.
Yeah,
it's the whole, all of Hot Rod Magazine and all of Motor Trend Magazine and all that. So now we have their complete catalog of stuff to pick from especially for the old cars,
Oh, that's good.
We're going to have some cool box art. They had a really good picture of the car, really sharp, but just didn't happen quick enough. And this is the one we had. Although I do like this one because it shows where Dell Inman painted the front spoiler.
Yep.
A couple cans of paint from the paint store, hardware store, wherever the hell you got it.
Matt, would you mind logging out and back in? And maybe I feel like we're in the middle of a Frankenstein movie.
It doesn't bother me.
I'll be back.
Anyways, yeah, I love the car. Can't wait to. We'll have them. I think we're gonna get them Monday, Tuesday, Jim. Somewhere in this week coming.
Nice.
And I'll be sending them out. The Riverside winner, first
Well,
race.
I haven't gotten an email from Tina that it's on the way. She usually sends me.
Gone.
Huh?
She's going to the 27th.
Oh, okay. Well, so then
there's no Tina to the 27th.
Hopefully, whoever's there is going to mail my stuff out to me.
If not, we will when we get it.
Okay.
But yeah, so that one, we got that one and the Kyle Larson 2025. Of course, we do Kyle and Chase first because they sell the most.
Yep. And we wish that Kyle that they'd change their livery a little bit.
Well, he's got some cool stuff. He's going to have the Indy paint scheme. I've seen a sneak peek of it. She still hasn't sent it over. Hendrick hasn't sent it over. I've seen a sneak peek of the Indy car, so I'm assuming it's going to look the same. It's different, but it'll be a cool one. And then, yeah, Kyle will do a throwback. I mean, he'll have plenty of cars. It's just, I like having the same car. It's easy to find it. Oh, God, don't I have to watch that?
Yes, you do. You do.
Face. You need to get dewormed now. But
hey, there's a lot of people on here that like to see when Mia comes up and visits.
That's gross. Okay. But yeah, no, the Kyle Larson and we'll have plenty of paint schemes, like I said. Now we're going through, and hopefully we got we're looking at a Red Bull car, huh, Jim? That'll be cool if that comes through.
That's going to be cool. That was a fun box cover to do, and I think it's going to be good if
Matt go on vacation.
Huh?
Where'd Matt go on vacation?
Must be. Maybe he's trying to figure out what that electrical short was.
Oh, it's just like talking to you on the phone when you're working. I got like a delay. My mouth ain't moving with me.
Yep. Okay. Well, there's probably a bit of a delay. Well, no, there wouldn't be a delay. There's a little.
You're shaking a little bit too. But anyways, yeah, I got that, and then
much caffeine.
Got what's selling. Both those cars are selling really good. I think we have Marco's got a sell up too, guys, right now. I think in the bargain deal, we decided we're getting rid of anything that's dated, been in stock too long. We're dumping it, and we're going to make room. We got to start making room for the year, you know.
Yep.
And so you end up with 3 cases of this, 2 cases of this, and no, you know, they're not moving. So the new deal is get rid of it as quick as you can and make room for the new stuff coming in. I gotta the comments are popping up on the bottom. How do I get them to private? Comments. Click on that. Got it.
See, that's what I did.
I never had the ability to do that before.
Yep.
There you go.
There you go.
Comments.
You can see the comments, and if it's a comment like that one from Bart, I don't know if you can do it, but I can click on it and bring up, put it up on our screen. So,
I seen you doing that. That's what made me look at the comments. But anyways, yeah. So got Kyle Larson, and of course we got the who's selling really good. The Colton Herta car surprised me. He's selling as good as the other guys did, and that's been a great selling car. I love building the Indy cars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he's back.
So Matt, so I did my 3rd video in the 11th hour last night of how to straighten out the undertrays. And of course, I open the box, I go through unboxing it, the whole bit, right?
Yeah.
And Jim comes back on and goes, "Oh, I forgot to hit record."
No, I hit record, but
so
it didn't.
Then I had to bend the undertray back up, all screwy, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't do the unboxing part. It looked like I had it planned and set up, you know. I literally snipped it out of the deal, you know. So
well, now that you've given it the intro and badmouthed me, why don't we watch that real quick?
Oh, okay. Well, we got some more kids here. Hold on.
Okay.
We still have some of the Dale Earnhardt seniors.
I do not. Well, let's see. Do I have?
We're out of the Traveler's Whiskey, but I think Marco still has them live. If you want to buy them on our website, we are way oversold. We will. Anyone that buys them on our website, though, you'll get one. We got the Dale Earnhardt or the Richard Childress Racing. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
The Richard Childress Racing, 1989, white number 3. I didn't realize that was the first white number 3. You know that?
Yeah.
So yeah, I always just assumed Dell had white numbers.
No, it was always silver up until '89. It was
yeah. And of course that's coming. And by the way, they're almost here, Matt. I just got the Clear Freight just sent me over the deal. I got
cool.
Actually, Jim can track the boat for the molds.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably going to be here next week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Finally.
Finally, the dark horse is here.
Yeah.
And how long will it take till you can get production going?
Well, we're saving it for next month's kid of the month. So that's next month for the club. Okay. That's our kid of the month.
And of course, they are available for pre-order.
Yeah, they'll be ready in, I don't know, two weeks maybe.
Is the Byron, is that April or is that May?
Next month is April and that's May. So that if you're in the club, you get your 2 next gen cars in a row. You're getting Richard Petty this month, and you're going to get 2 next gen cars, and you're going to get a bunch of old cars. We're shooting on a club exclusive. I can't get the guy to call me back. Send him over a contract. He was all into it. I don't know, but who knows? I'll keep bugging. I usually get what I want.
Yeah, just keep bugging them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But anyway, those cars are up for pre-order if y'all are interested.
Yeah, the Byron, that was the picture they gave us. That car looked great on the track. That's going to be a good static model, Matt.
Yeah.
With that orange,
is.
That orange was just phenomenal.
We're shooting it in the day glow, right?
Yeah, but you're going to paint it. I mean, my suggestion is get a can of, I don't know what Tamiya's Tia fluorescent orange.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, hit it with the fluorescent orange, and then put all the decals on, and you're done. But yeah, I mean, we're going to mold it in a somewhat of a fluorescent orange, but the fluorescents don't mold that well, But if you're like me, I got a bunch of models over there from the 70s and so forth. I never painted nothing. So I still had a blast. I still save them. Not all of them, but I probably have about 10 of them. And I had a blast building them. Just as much fun. They're still in my collection. Didn't throw them in the trash.
No, never throw them in the trash.
TS96. Thanks, Bill. TS96. Yeah. A good thing to do is throw a coat of actually, Matt, I use that primer, Mr. Hobby's 1500 white primer. It is better than the old Tamiya white primer.
Nice.
It's even better. The coverage is unbelievable. And the new Tamiya primer, whatever the hell they did with it, it's good luck working with that.
Yeah.
I did use it on a couple of cars here, but I had to do some light coats. Mr. Hobby, boom, out in the garage, done.
It's good stuff.
Great stuff. I would highly suggest Mr. Hobby primer. I sprayed lacquer over top of it, Matt. MCW PPG lacquer.
Yep.
It held up beautifully and had 0 problems. And it's kind of like it's in between the the old primers that we used from the automotive store.
Yeah.
And the Tamiya thinner primer, it's kind of an in-between. I mean, it's perfect. Yeah. I mean, if I had to say, it's probably the best primer I've ever used. And their white is great. Great coverage. I was spraying it over a red car.
Oh, nice.
And it went right over and came out beautiful. So anyways, highly recommended. I'm no longer a Tamiya primer guy. I used to be a Pep Boys. Well, I started out as a Walmart primer guy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, sandable primer. That was about 89, 90, somewhere in there when I started shooting lacquer. And then, I found my first 2 lacquer cars, Matt.
How do they look?
Marco's got one. I didn't know how to buff it out because didn't have a sanding kit yet. So I asked Marco. He found it. It was intact. And I go, you want me to buff that out real quick for you? Sand it and buff it? No, I want to keep it that way. And then I found in a box, I was digging for stuff in the garage. I found the MP44 that it was the first one I ever color sanded.
Oh.
And when I went to put tape around the bottom to spray some black, right? Around the very bottom of it. Of course, I didn't wait for the stuff to set up. And you could see where I pulled a piece of the decal off.
No.
But I could fix it actually, but I have plenty of decal. Now I know how to do it. Just put the decal and spray back over it. But I found my original four-way. How do you say that word?
Fluorescent?
No, when you first do something, whatever.
Prototypes?
My original.
Foray? Is that what you're thinking?
Yes.
Foray. Okay.
Foray. I was trying to be educated, which I'm not. But I used that. So I found those, and then of course I did Michael's cars and Michael's Formula One cars, and then Michael Schumacher's, and I did a bunch of. I mean, I was in a Tamiya binge.
Oh yeah.
Well, through that point, they were the only decals. Nobody had decals till Slicks came along. I mean, there was some J&J before Slicks, or were they about the same time?
J&J was before Slicks, but
I didn't even know they existed.
Oh, I discovered them. I know they were starting like about 85, 86 when they came about, probably a little earlier.
Yeah, I knew Fred Caddy, but those weren't, you didn't have a lot of selection. He mainly had Indy cars.
Yeah, he did a lot of everything. Fred Caddy did everything.
Fred Caddy, yeah. I bought a lot of stuff from him, but it wasn't really till Slicks came along where I started doing that. I had tons of NASCAR kits, but he at least gave you the basis to get some decent decals.
Yeah.
So and he had some pretty nice STP ones on that first little sheet.
Oh, I remember.
The Yesterday Hero sheet is really what set it off.
Yeah.
But so that was late, though. I mean, gosh, that was what was that, about almost 2000?
Maybe like right around 2000 when Mike really started kicking in.
Yeah, about 2000.
Started coming with Yesterday's.
Yeah, so it's only been 25 years, really, that that NASCAR decals for the old stuff.
Oh,
really
yeah. Yeah, we all of a sudden were able to get. So all these cars, we always, had to try to figure out how to make our decals. And then Mike started putting out those Yesterday decals. Boy, I bought up a bunch of that stuff. So many cars I always wanted to do, could finally do.
Yeah, I remember they did Joe Weatherly. I did the 1960. I put a lot of work in the body to get like Junior Johnson's, the dog track that was out front of the track. They sponsored it. There's a little, I don't know. They got rid of that, I'm sure. There was when I used to go, there was a little dog track out in the middle of the parking lot, right out in front of the track at Daytona. and that's who sponsored Junior Johnson at the second Daytona 500. And it's a great set of decals. It's the old Yesterday Heroes.
Yeah, that is.
I have it sitting right up there in the case. I never finished the car. I painted it, I buffed it, and I never put the glass in, or I got a lot of those, huh, Jim?
Yeah,
a lot of paint jobs in there that never got finished. I finished the paint job, but I never finished the car. But it's a cool car.
Not even curbside. It's just the body sitting there.
No, really? It's a little bit of a chassis under it. I'm not sure. I have to go look. But it came out great. But you had to do a lot of work to the body. That it was a 59 Chevy, and they do make a Revell, I think it is, makes the model, but you got to do a lot of work on the body to make it look like Johnson's car.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, he won the second year in a year-old car. But anyways, yeah, we can show our video now of me fumbling around. Matt, I can't work from 2 feet away. I can't see.
So I don't do build videos.
You're going to have to get some different glasses.
You're going to get some 2 feet glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I work right here. I think everybody does, right? You work right here, right?
Yeah, kind of bring it up.
Can you imagine and stretch your arms all the way out and trying to work out here?
That's up. I sit back and I start to like bring whatever I'm working on, which is a bad habit too, because you drop things. And I all start noticing that I'm not over my workbench anymore. And then when things drop, that's the end of it.
Yep.
That's when things go into the void.
Well, these are trifocals so that I can see right here, but they also are for my monitor, which is, past my fingertips, but they're not great for trying to walk up and down stairs and across the lawn.
Yeah, I just have to figure out a set of glasses to be able to see that distance. I'm so used to the funny thing was when I was putting the headers together right before we started doing it, I go, hey, let me put one side together. It took me like 10 seconds, and then all of a sudden I get on camera. It's 1.5 feet away from my face. And I can't see the holes in the.
Well, instead of talking about how blind you are, let's go ahead and
I actually got good vision.
Watch that video.
Woo!
This is getting the body to be flat on the undertray. Take 2. Jim screwed up on the first one. Actually, I cut this off of the dill.
Hang on.
It was pretty darn flat, but what I did was...
Why is this not... There we go. Okay. Let me start all over since the video wasn't working, doing what I wanted. So here we go. Take 2 again.
Let me blame Jim. This is getting the body to be flat on the undertray. Take 2. Jim screwed up on the first one. Actually, I cut this off of the dill. And it was pretty darn flat, but what I did was I bent it so it's not flat. So I can show you, look at this undertray is way up in the air. It's dancing. So all you do is take the spot where it is. It's usually this right in here. And you just kind of bend on it, right? Not too much. Put it down, up. It's still dancing. So you give it a little more, right? A little harder. Now I overbent it. Bent it too high. Got to come down a little bit. I can do any undertray in under a minute. Dead flat. Bingo. No dance. Okay, next trick is, see your 2 holes where the chassis is going to come in? Hold it there, and then you're going to want to bend this up. The front splitter. It's up in the air. Don't worry if you bend it too much. It doesn't matter. Okay. And then what that does, it allows the body to go at it. Now this body, when I pulled it out, it was really wide, and I bent it in. So you can easily bend these in and out, the sides, they have tons of flex, but I had already straightened it out in the video that we weren't recording on accidentally. But anyways, let me kind of, it's hard working. I'm 1.5 feet away from my eyeballs, and I don't work that way. But so anyways, try and see those holes up there. There they are. Yeah, I don't like working this far away. There it is. Click. I hear the click. All right. Click, click. All right, let go. There it is. Dead on the car. So now you can have a removable body. So when you go to glue down, like people will say, if you get the chassis part, this will all end up straightening out itself, and it will. You know, when you glue the chassis down, especially if you use, you know, a good glue, like Tester's tube glue is real good for getting all these parts down in. But the key is bending this up. This is the roll cage is facing me, so you want to bend that up, and then you're bringing it up to the pins. So you want to make sure you fit on the sides here. You know, is this one's a little snug. It was real wide when I opened it, but I bent it, and then you want to put it in those 2 holes, which I cannot see a damn thing, but they're in there, and bingo. I have a removable body. No, I don't. I missed the hole. There it is. Let me cheat and pull it a little bit towards me so I can see the dang hole. There it is. All right, now it's in. Whoops, of course I hit it with my hand. Well, that's a challenge. I don't know how I got old man's eyes. Okay, so anyways, there it is. That's, whoops, let me get it centered. That's your body. Dead. I'm going to have to hold it in place because of it'll fall off. Let me try and turn it around this way and get the lip in. Can you see it? I got the pin out over there because now let's say, for example, that pin's out. That just means you have to bend this side up a little bit, okay? So when you're done, just bend that side up a little bit and put your pins in, which is very hard to see on this camera. Okay, and I'm trying to hold it somewhere where you can see it. Gravity's pushing it out because I'm holding it up in the air. So, but if I lay it down flat like this, get it up over the sides, in the pins, bingo, I have a body now that I can make removable. Actually, I'm a little low on this side. Need to bend that corner up. But that's basically the gist of it, guys. Real simple. All you do is that's the key to the Undertray. So it doesn't matter how screwed up your Undertray is. I'll screw this one all up for you. Watch. All over the place. Watch. How quick can I get it back into shape? A little bit up too high. Down, down. Chris has watched me. I've probably done 100 of these too much. Add a little twist that way. Up there. Okay. Got it. Dead flat, and you can see that corner's needs up. And then remember, hold that there, bend up. You can actually do it. Oh, I got my hands in the way. Hold that there, and then bend this up. That way you can actually do it on the table, and that way you can see that you're flat across. Never thought of that. I always just did it in midair. And then put the body back on, and one more time. And yes, we have a removable body. So remember, these under trays are super flexible. These sides, if you're too wide, if you're, let's say you're out like that's about where this one was when I started, all you do is you bend it in. You take the side right there and you bend it in, bend it hard. Came in too much. And then this one, which I'll bring it in really far to where it actually won't even go on the chassis. You have to go up and around. Stuff's all really flexible. And if you ever like break a cross beam or the thing in the front, just glue it. Now watch, super tight fit. So in this case, I would loosen this one up, but I just showing you, it's not a big deal. All the bodies work. All you have to do is just bend them. Love high impact styrene. I wish some of the other companies would use it, but we even got that to work. There you go. Perfect fit. If you like a tight fit, there you go. You got a tight fit. But it actually kind of holds it in the holes a little better if it is tight. But now you build your car. So anyways, thank you, man. If you have an under tray, I can do any under tray in under a minute. I'll use that. But see you guys next week.
Okay, add Rick back to the stage, but Rick's not on his camera. So
well, this is a good chance. Hey, can you let me show them something? Can you blow me up? Boom, blow me up.
Oh, let's see. I do believe so.
So if everybody not wrong guy. If everybody remembers,
you blew yourself up, Jim.
That's not my intention. I'm trying to figure this thing out, Matt. Nobody's asked me to do that yet. Let's see. We're going back to that, and
it's up in the corner of my screen.
Why don't you do it, Matt?
I can't. I don't have the controls on this one.
There we go.
So, if you all remember when the next gen kit first came out, and I made my video. This is the car I did my video on. What was that? When did the kit come out? Is it 3 years now?
22. And May of 22, I think.
Okay, so that's when I built this and did that video. And Rick and I discussed all that, and he told me those little tricks. And of course, to get this front end to sit good there, you can see it's 3 years and it hasn't snapped back into place. And I did not glue this body on. It drops right on and fits right into place. So once you bend these up, like Rick has always said, this plastic does not have memory. When you bend it, that's 3 years and it's still staying in its place. So it's definitely a easy fix and it'll stay. So no issues. And always remember, that it gets people scared when they see that thing kind of bent and twisted, that under tray, but that's not the chassis. Once it's glued in too, it's all straight with the if you did your chassis right, everything should all straighten out. So not going to have any problems with them.
Well, thank you for the progress report.
Yeah. Ooh.
Well, no, that's a good point, Matt, because if you do that, I've been screwing around with some Tamiya cars. I got a project going, and I'll bend them. I'll go out of the room. I'll come back, and they're right back where they started. Use hot water. I bend them.
Yep. Try everything.
Back in the room. They're right back where they started. You've got to stress fracture them.
Can't do it with those at all.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of we've talked about the high impact styrene. When
I've got it
with the Rebel kit.
I've got a very rare Tamiya kit. It's the Volvo wagon from the British racing series, and that body, the roof was so twisted over, and I kept trying. It's just such a shame because it's a very, very expensive kit too. And then if you buy them and they're like that, you're kind of stuck with it after dropping $100 or so. But Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
well,
always a bummer about that plastic.
I
wish
always laugh
I wish they'd start using this.
when we first got it. Was that repop of the cup cars? You know, when Revell Monogram merged, and I still I probably said it 100 times, but I thought it was garbage, and then I came to find out it's the greatest thing ever invented. It'd been around forever. High impact styrene. It's called HIPS, and then I started figuring it out that you can fix anything, and it works so great on the Indy car. And I'm going to do some more videos on that about fitting the side pods. I mean, there's no reason to send a body back or to send a Undertray back. It takes 30 seconds to straighten it out. And the key is it allows you to make parts thinner, because now you don't have to worry about warpage. You know, if the big old Undertray is warped, you can bend it. It has zero memory, and you can make, instead of like the die cast where the Undertray's about 1/8 of an inch thick or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, because they're using that really, nylon-D stuff, on their Undertray, and nylon you can't really bend that well.
No.
But it allows you to really make parts thinner, bodies thinner, a lot of stuff really cool, and you don't have to worry about how the pins are going to push it out.
Exactly.
You can always fix it, because every kit has, I'm building a few. Jim doesn't like me to show other companies' models, but I got a few Tamiya's right in front of me, and I got fighting. You literally have to stress fracture. The car to get, once you get, like, they're red cars, right? You have to stress fracture them to where you get a white line, and then they'll stay. But if you do it before that, it ain't gonna work. Great product. I wish every company would use it, because I love everyone.
Oh boy,
I wish everybody would use that product. And when we walked into Chad's, me and Jim, Chad immediately said, "No, man, you got to use HIPS." And I didn't know what that meant. But he goes,
high impact polystyrene.
Yeah. It's just a flexible polystyrene that has no memory.
Yeah, and it works to our benefit. That shows it.
Great.
There's 3 years still in place. I bent that 3 years ago, and that tray is still in place.
So what do you think? We're finally going to 1.5 miles here. What do you think?
We're gonna go 1.5 miles.
We're gonna go 1.5 miles. Is Bell gonna go four in a row and go after Richard's 10?
Oh boy.
Well, he's got a long way to go to do that, but a lot of people that are going to try to stop him.
Oh yeah.
You think? Yeah. But hell of a run. 3 in a row. That's pretty cool. When was the last time we had 3 in a row? God, it hadn't been in the next gen car.
Anyone?
No, was it Jimmy Johnson?
Might have been back in the Jimmy Johnson. I didn't watch that much during the Jimmy Johnson, the boring days. The 1.5 miles where you had to wait forever, and he kept leading and leading and leading. My interest level was down a bit there.
Yeah.
I still watched it, but I didn't pay attention. It was still on the television.
Hey, Rick, no, Kevin Harvick. It was Kevin Harvick. Yeah. Thanks, Ken.
Kevin Harvick won 3 in a row. It's a great feat, man.
Kyle Larson in 21. Did he do 3 in a row?
I don't think so.
I just know what I've seen there. They were showing the pictures. Yeah, but Harvick did it.
Well, Kyle Larson's the last guy to win 10 races. So I don't know. I don't know if the next gen car, if we'll see that again. And now they say that Christopher Bell might do it, huh?
Yep.
It would be the first with the next gen.
Yeah, no one's done 10 races. Harvick got 9 in the Gen 6, and then Kyle Larson pulled the 10. If you look into history, there's not a lot of guys that have done double-digit wins in a season.
No.
I mean, Richard's got quite a few. Pearson's got quite a few. I think Earnhardt, I want to say, only has one or two. I know Jeff Gordon's got a couple, at least a couple. But yeah, that's a big feat, man, to pull off double digits and wins. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be an exciting race. So I think Tyler Reddick will probably be really good there. You'll see he's good on the mile and a halves. It's who gets the setup at the. I mean, it's such fine margins now. Just little tiny things that make a difference. And some guys hit it and some guys don't. But it's going to be exciting. It's going to be nice to see him on a mile and a half.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, Rick, last night when we were talking, I was casting the stuff. This is the part that I cast, but it didn't. I think my mold was a little cool. My metal was definitely cool. So, guys, what I'm doing for the Lotuses is because the prints weren't doing when they got to the mold maker, as I'm now casting all of the parts like jewelry, and these are in bronze. Unfortunately, none of these are any good, so I'm going to have to do them again. But all of the prototypes parts, the masters, I'm going to be doing them this way. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but we'll get there.
They kept saying the resins were good for 400 degrees. BS. The guy would put them in the vulcanizing rubber machine and they'd melt.
Yeah, for some reason they just didn't do it. So anyway, I'll get this thing figured out and we'll have some more. I got to drive down to Austin on Monday to go get a box of plaster so I can make a lot more molds.
The cool thing is, once we do get this off the ground, we got some. I mean, I was discussing them with Jim and Matt. We have some unbelievable projects, guys. This is going to open the door for so many cool projects that we can get out right now, basically. Yeah. And in the next, 12, 24 months. Whereas, if you're waiting for steel, you're going to wait years. You can only do so much steel, 1 or 2 steel a year. With this last year, the Ford for last year, but, you really get like about 1.5.
Oh yeah,
that's how long it takes. And if we get this process, we might be able to fill some holes and to hold you over until we get to it in steel or plastic, in styrene plastic.
Yeah.
Zach, you don't need to use hot water. You don't need to use a hairdryer. Just as Rick showed, just bend it. And if you do something like snap it or
your magic fingers, your magic fingers, you're not going to snap it.
Yep. Check with Doug on that. And let's see. Billboards builds.
Funny Car's getting there, baby.
Funny Car is getting there.
Matt?
Our first
That's
one
funny.
Our first one is going to be Ron Capps Toyota. So yes, we're definitely planning on going some additional directions. But guys, it takes two things. It takes time and it takes a crap load of cash. It just is. We've told you before, to do a body, just a body for one of those cars, you can go buy yourself a brand new Hyundai. The new body glass is around $30,000. You want to complete this thing when we get this whole funny car done?
You buy a house in California.
Yeah. It's closer to $100,000 for that. So it's
closer to 200.
Yeah, it's just it just is the time and the cash, and that's not even including the months of my time sitting and screaming at the computer. So so
that's just raw material.
Yep.
Raw material is about $200,000.
Yep. Yeah, and then like you said, that's just the material.
Yeah.
Another 100 in design. You got somewhere, if you add up the real dollars on a basic mold like like an Indy car, you're well over $300,000.
Easy.
You know, that's a ton of money for a garage band.
Yeah,
they don't pay that good at bar mitzvahs and
God, that's a lot of bar mitzvahs.
backyard parties. You have to
a lot of keggers to do.
Yeah, you have to play a lot of weekends there. But it's quite expensive. But that's why I think the resin's going to be really cool, because we'll be able to knock some stuff out and have some cool stuff available to add to our website.
And it'll be fun.
And got a bunch of cool stuff coming. Someone said 2018, Kevin Harvick.
There we go.
The last guy to win 3 in a row. I knew someone would look it up. You can't bullshit anymore, Matt, because Google totally
Google machine.
Though you do quite a bit.
You can't talk out of your ass anymore because Google just screwed that all up.
No, somebody will call you out like 2 tweets, right?
They blame Elon, but no, it's Google.
Yeah. But anyways, so go check out the sale. We're going to throw anything that's a year old, like on the new stuff, because we're going to make the new car, right? We need to get rid of it. We can't just keep warehousing 2 cases of this, 1 case of this, 3 cases of this. We got to get rid of it. We got to make room. Space is a major issue for our company. If you guys want us to keep making a bunch of stuff, we got to empty the area to be able to bring the new stuff in. So look for more of that. If you're just looking for generic kits, and I think it works out great, because guys that want to just throw some other decals on a car, or just want a car cheap to build, and don't want the latest and the greatest, go there, man. Look in the bargain base. I call it the bargain basement, but they're great kits.
Oh, heck yeah. It's great.
I think we're going to have to,
in there.
Matt, I think we're going to have to give your desk and chair a new name. We're going to call them Old Sparky.
Yeah, definitely.
Watch, Matt's going to be just doing this.
Hopefully there'll be a change here shortly. An upgrade.
Yay!
I've got a 2-year-old computer over here. I'm trying to make the switch out. Get rid of this 10-year-old one.
Oh, so it's the computer doing the buzzing?
So who did we got this weekend, guys? I see McLaren. I think locked out the front row for Australia's in the middle of the night, Matt. I know you didn't stay up to watch it.
No, I did not.
I did stay
up. I was up.
I'm a nut job, but I watched it. Quite boring.
That's why we don't talk about Formula One on here much.
What do you mean? We're gonna make the Cadillac, dude. What are you talking about?
When we start working on the Cadillac, we can start talking about the Cadillac and Formula One.
We're gonna talk about Formula One because I'm hoping Colton Herta goes. What do you think, Matt? Would that be awesome? Have a Cadillac in Formula One with Colton Herta in it?
That would be very cool.
I've heard Pillow is a rumor too. I don't know. I mean, it's all BS, the rumors. Nobody knows, but it'd be cool. I think Herta would be really cool. That'd be great, man. Cadillac and Colton Herta, and the cars are going to be much shorter, which you're going to make them
that'll be so much
more attractive. Yeah. So I guess I've seen pictures of the factory. It's going up, man. It's monstrous. They're gonna build the car here in the U.S.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it was really
nice.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think it's hard to get designers to move to the United States.
Yeah.
I mean, it's harder to get them to go to Italy, but that's always been Italy's problem. I don't know if you remember back in the when John Bernard, he's an American, was designing the Ferraris, they moved the design center to England so they could get employees.
Oh, really?
Now they just pay him a crap buttload of money. Now the government's involved and everything.
Yeah.
And they moved to Italy. But I don't know, that McLaren, Zach Brown, I'll tell you, American goes over there, turns McLaren around. I mean, McLaren's almost an American team, really, when you think about it. I mean, Zach Brown, he's the one that got him to move Monaco off of Indy so that guys can come over and drive his McLaren Indy cars. I guess they own that team outright now. Sam Smith's out of IndyCar, and McLaren owns Arrows McLaren. And yeah, I'm looking. I think this year we got Kyle Larson. I think next year we could see 2 or 3. I'd love to see Kyle Busch give it a go. I know he could do it. He'd be great. His brother did great. Brother, I think he finished in the top 10, maybe top 5, even top 10. Fernando Alonso did a good job the first year with Andretti. He was in the hunt. Kyle Larson's going to be good. We were talking about that. Why does Indy work? And it's because of the amount of time they give you. You get 2 practice, big, long, I don't know, 3 days, 4 days, whatever it is, practice sessions. Then you get the rookie orientation weekend or whatever it is, right? I don't know how many days that is. Then you have a full week of unlimited running, on that track from early in the morning. So a guy like a great driver like Kyle Larson can figure it out. They give you enough time. Why does Catherine Legge go over there and spin out every other lap? Because they gave her an hour to try and figure out how to drive. I mean, and even Kyle Larson went over to Phoenix in the Indy car and drove it on a shorter track to get a feel of, okay, what's this car like, on a short track. So it gave him a lot of input. Whereas, Castro Neves shows up and, hey, you got an hour, dude, figure it out. That doesn't work. That's why if you want people to come to your series, you've got to make exceptions, let them test, let the team just run with that driver and let him get a bunch of miles, because no matter how great the driver is, if he's going to a different discipline without the practice, he's going to fail.
Oh, absolutely.
You could take
saw it twice already this year.
Yeah, you could take the greatest. You could take our best driver, which I don't know what you guys would call Kyle Larson, maybe most people would say, and you could put him over into a Formula One car, he'd fail. But if you gave him, tests and tests, that's your favorite, I know, Matt, and there's my favorite. But if you gave him a bunch of testing before, he'd succeed. They're great race car drivers. Joey Logano, I don't know if he could fit in the car, but
hey, if Newgarden can.
Joseph's not very tall. He's actually, I see pictures of him next to other guys. He looks tall by his build, but he's not a very tall guy.
Really?
No. But Joseph, if Joseph would come over Joseph is considered probably the best open wheel oval driver, right, in the world, you'd have to say. He'd go over if he showed up at Daytona, he'd struggle. There's just not enough practice.
Oh.
So anyways, let's go through them. We got Kyle Larson's new car coming out next week. We got, what else we got, Jim? Flip through them. I could tell you when they're coming. And we got Joey. That's next month. The Dark Horse, the brand new Dark Horse mold is on the boat, and it'll land here probably the end of the week, I think. And will make its way to Chad's, and we'll start injecting some yellow bodies. Got the Richard Petty. That'll be done next week.
Mm-hmm.
That goes out to the club and anyone that bought it on our website. And then Byron's what month are we in?
Oh,
here?
that's May.
April. That's May.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Joey's April, and that's the kid of the month. If you're in the club, don't buy it. You're getting it. Okay, unless you want to. And then that was the Childress card. There's not a lot left over on that. So if you do want the Childress card, I'd suggest ordering it. Colton Herta, he's about 50% sold out. Boy, I'll tell you, one car, if you do want, I don't know, you might want to wait till we have Marco throws. I don't know when he throws cells up, but the Paddle Award, I think it's down to 24 pieces.
Oh, really?
Well, wow. It's probably under 24, but when I looked last, there was 24 pieces left. And I know actually we've sold some since. And the other one is,
and guys, that is our plan, is to always sell everything out. We wish we could sell them out, all of them out, quicker than we do. I mean, we're delighted with what happened with the whiskey car. We want to sell things out. That way we don't have to warehouse it. And you've always got something. You've always got fresh bread every month. You've got fresh bread. And, you know, we do them in a limited number so that they sell out. They go to the secondary market. There's a value for you guys. That's just incidental. But we always want to have new, fresh stuff. So you have no excuses to go buy aftermarket decals.
Well, it's not just it's not aftermarket. We're not trying to create that at all.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm definitely against that whole thing about making them valuable. But the reasoning is, and that's what we did when we did our figurine company. You know, everybody would make their figurines overseas. We moved it here because it's inventory control. So if you get a loser, Matt, let's say you bought X amount of decals, and all of a sudden you see the cells absolutely stink, right? Well, you just eat the decals and go, I'm calling it quits right there. But if you're buying it overseas, you're committed. You got a warehouse full of that stuff, and you're stopped. You can't move forward. Yes, it costs more to make it here. Yeah, it costs way more if you use cartograph decals like we do. But by doing that, we can, you know, if we have a duck, we haven't had many, but when you do get a duck, we can do it. And now that Marco's been there, we've had more hands on deck, and we're not overproducing. In the 22, we overproduced on a few kits, and we weren't keeping track of the factory, what they were making. And so if you let them go, they'll just keep making them, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So that's why we have stuff in the cell bin, 23, 20, 22, 23, 24, not so much once Marco came in, and 25, we ain't going to have much left over at all, you know?
Good.
But anyways, if you do want the kit, just want to have fun, you have some friends out there, go into the cell section. You can pick up some kits super cheap.
Yeah.
Or if you want to put decals on another, you know, you got a set of decals from you're in the club and you get the extra decals, you know. You need a chassis and body to put them on, go in there. You can pick up some stuff there real cheap. And which is cool. Win-win. We get warehouse space, you got a great deal. And we might not be making any money, but warehouse space is money, guys.
That's right.
To let you understand. You know, the more warehouse space we have to use, the more expensive the kits become. So the key is to keep your inventories down so that you can do more projects and keep moving forward. So that's the game plan. But thank you, Jim. Let's go some picks. Let's go out on a limb. Come on. I'm going first just to eliminate Matt. I'm going to make him commit to somebody else. I'm going to take Kyle Larson just to take it off the table for Matt. Now you can't take it, Matt. You can't take it. Who you got?
Oh man, let me throw a dart at the wall here. Daryl Waltrip. I can't do that. I'll go for let's get Byron. See what happens.
You're gonna go. That's a good choice. He's greater than a mile and a half.
And I'm because he's been in the hunt so much lately, and it's hometown, Kyle Busch.
Yeah, there.
I was going to switch after he was done to Kyle Busch. I wish though he was driving that barrel car. I love that car. That will make such a great. We got to just make that damn thing.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if he wins anything or not. That's cool. That's cool, man.
But that barrel car is a static model because you really couldn't see it as well racing on the track. Mm-hmm. But we've got the photos of the turnaround of the car, that they send us, and that would make just one beautiful model, man. And we got to do Kyle Busch anyways, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's top. He's a good seller, guys. I know people like.
We got to do him, and that's such a good-looking car. So,
he's one of the top-selling cars that we've made. He does great. So, anyways, thank you. Enjoy. No one's going to watch Formula One in the middle of the night, so forget about that. Well, I mean, can you imagine being on the East Coast? It's like 2 in the morning. So nobody's watching. It's like watching the tennis, the Australian Open.
It's as bad as our friends from Japan watching us live right now.
Yeah. Well, then I take everything I said back. Hey, I just have to tell you. But I think
we might be more entertaining than a Formula One race.
I stay up and watch it, and I will stay up tonight and watch the Formula One race. And it'll probably start at about 10 or 11 o'clock my time. And I'm a 8 or 9 o'clock to bed guy, so I'm hanging in there, baby. I'm going the whole distance. I might fall asleep during it, but hopefully I wake up for the end, right?
Yeah.
If not, watch it on replay on Sunday. But anyways, but can't wait for the so we'll have a late start in Vegas. And I think the rain will blow through by then.
Hopefully.
It's
getting a little more mellow here.
It's actually the sun shines out. So Vegas is going to be fine. It's only 3.5 hours away from here. So it should blow through. Is it raining over there, Matt?
Nah, it passed through. We had rain for the past couple of days. It was drizzling last night, but it's over right now for us. We got a little bit of cloud coverage, but it's dry.
Yeah, I think Vegas is safe. But so it's going to be a great weekend. Hopefully we get a third winner. I mean, right now Christopher Bell is kind of dominating the series.
Yeah.
I mean, though, when you look at it, it's not like he's driving away in the old days and just winning these races. He's winning by, a hair.
I know.
I mean, Kyle Busch doesn't get the rear end messed up on that car. He probably would have won Texas. I mean, he's just been it's just falling his way. It's meant to be right now. He's a hell of a driver, though. Don't sell him short. He's definitely the number one Toyota driver. Tyler Reddick's pretty damn good too.
Yeah.
But Christopher Bell's right there with Kyle Larson. It's kind of like the Matt Kinson deal, where Dell Jr. always overshadowed Matt Kinson, remember? And actually Matt Kinson was actually a better driver. And I'm not saying he's better than Kyle. Sorry, Matt. But anyways, guys, take care. See you next week. We should have some we'll get better on the tips, and hopefully we'll work out something. I'm getting set up here. I got to figure out some glasses to get the distance down. Or Matt, maybe we'll do a tip for next week. Matt, you got anything in the vault?
I could probably figure something out.
Yeah, we'll get a tip from Matt, or just something little piece. And maybe one day Lucas C will invite me onto his show, and we could. No, I know. You know, if we could get out of the garage band,
yeah,
you know, if we
gotta
could
up
make
your levels.
The whiskey, we might be able to do it, right?
Well, is he still dead to you? I mean,
yeah, well, yeah, he is. To be very honest with you, but
yeah.
Thanks, Matt, for so much for being on.
One more thing before we go, guys, and that is click the like and the follow buttons down below. Not because we're vain, but because it will help this show get shared to other people. We've seen some good numbers. I think I saw 118 at one time up here.
Yeah.
So, and we've got over 350 comments that I've liked, starred, whatever. So that's we got a lot of comments on here. I got to figure out how to keep the live comments on when this is posted onto YouTube. Maybe I've screwed something up. I don't know. But anyway, hey, thanks for spending your Saturday morning or evening or whatever time of the world it is, wherever you is. We're glad to have you here. We appreciate you following. We appreciate you buying Salvinos kits. And there have been some great questions and suggestions. Are you going to build this? Are you going to build this? A lot of the stuff we will. But remember, we do American race cars. Now, that may include an American Formula One car. It would be neat if we could do that Cadillac endurance car. That would be awesome, too. Rick, we told you how expensive these are, so we don't get to do. This is primarily two old guys. We've got a couple other guys working with us, but this is primarily two old men, and he's older than me. So there's only so much we can do, and we're doing as much as we can. And we appreciate you guys being with us, following us, watching us. You know, we appreciate even though we can't, do all the suggestions, we appreciate them. So anyway, have a good weekend, boys. You too. I'm glad the shock the electrical malfunctions have quit for now. So
yeah, we'll see.
All right. Well, let's get out of here. Where's my other media assets? It says, okay, so let's get out of here.